learning languages is difficult until it's not, said someone, I guess. And before initiating the video, I wanted to say that this is not the best video. It doesn't have too much quality, and I am going to put my effort into making better videos in the future, but for now this is like the best that I can do, but just for now. So I hope that you can understand that, because I'm literally initiating, so I hope that you can learn a lot about my journey, and thank you for watching this video. Okay, in this video we are going to talk about my journey in learning English, and the good, the bad, and the future. What is going to be my plan from now on, and what is this channel? Okay, first thing first, my journey. Who am I? I am Ambar Santos. I'm 18 years old. I'm Dominican, and I'm a language enthusiast. You can call me that. I love learning languages, but I have just learned one, and that would be English, obviously. I'm a native Spanish speaker, so I know 2 languages. That would make me bilingual, okay? So that would be like my description. I, like everybody else, was learning English in school and in various courses, and I learned the grammar and a lot of vocabulary, I guess, but it was like never enough. It was never enough. I got into a point where I thought that learning languages was almost impossible. Just geniuses could learn languages. Not for me. I couldn't. I literally tried everything that people said that you have to do to learn a language, and it just didn't work, I guess. And what did I do before immersion? Before discovering what immersion is and how it works, and comprehensible input and all of that, well, I did the classical things that everyone does. I studied in courses, studied grammar, learned many words out of contest, and I was repeating and writing down many words, and it was kind of pointless. At first I was learning a lot, but obviously you have a limit. There is a limit of what you can learn by studying grammar and studying vocabulary the old way, I would say, the book smart way. I don't know if that's called like that, but okay. It didn't work, and I was not fluent. I even have like a story time where I got on Discord. I thought, whoa, I have like 10 years behind me of learning this language. I've been in many courses. I'm excellent in my school, and I know so many words and so many grammar rules. I probably am fluent, I thought. So let me get on Discord and talk to people, I guess. It was terrible. I didn't understand anything, and I didn't know how to speak. I didn't know how to form a proper sentence. I'm not saying that I'm perfect now, but you can see that I can express myself. I can say what I have in my mind. That was not possible back then, and I'm talking like when the quarantine began, like 2020, 2021, it was terrible. But no, 2021, no, 2020, okay? Okay, then I gave up. I I tried to learn Japanese. That failed too because of the same thing. Hit it a plateau, but that's another story for another time. Let's focus on English. I Sorry if I say I too much or many other words. I'm kind of nervous, so bear with me. Well, I gave up. I didn't know what to do. So this was not something that I did on purpose. This was something that happened spontaneously. I started watching a guy named Davey 405, something like that, 504. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm gonna look it up later, and I'm gonna put it in the screen. But he has a channel, and he plays the bass, and he's pretty good, and he's pretty funny. I started watching his videos because I love music, and I love comedy. So he had the entire pack. So I started watching his videos, and I thought, like, oh, I kind of understand what he's saying. It's not very difficult. I don't understand everything, but I can keep up with him. I can, like, here and there. I basically got at least like 70% of what he was saying. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna watch this guy. I like it. And I started watching him, and that was like the beginning of my journey, like officially I would call it. Like, before that, I was just like repeating the same pointless things. It was not effective. I had like many years where I was not learning anything. I was just like reviewing the same thing over and over and over again. Okay, so I started watching YouTube videos. Some of them I watched with subtitles in Spanish, but I kind of understand what they were saying. So sometimes I didn't use Spanish, so I used English subtitles, or I just ignored the Spanish subtitles, unless I needed to know a word, a specific word that I didn't understand. So I was realizing that I kind of understand many things enough to like enjoy what I was watching. So I just kept going. And you have to know that I didn't know what immersion was, comprehensible input, or refold, any of that. I didn't have like an established method that I could follow, that I know that I have to do this and this and this. You understand? Like, it was spontaneous. So I didn't really was dedicating enough time to immersion, but I was watching at least 1 or 2 hours a day, every day, because I started like watching some videos in English, and while I was watching some videos in Spanish, like always, slowly I was like starting to just watch English videos, or watch them more than Spanish videos. So yeah, okay, this kept going like this, like not pretty organized. Just I was watching videos, sometimes with subtitles, sometimes I didn't watch any English at all. I just didn't know that I was like doing something that could help me learn. I thought like I just understand this. I was not giving a lot of thought. But and we get like to 2021. summer of 2021. And by this time, I'm improving a lot, but slowly, very slowly, because I was not really putting in enough time and watching content in English. I was not like actively doing what I had to do, so that's why it was pretty like slow. Like those like 8 months of watching things in English were pretty slow in my learning, but it was enough to convince me that this was like the right thing to do. I was doing the right thing because I noticed that I was learning. So by this time I dropped the Spanish subtitles like 97% of the things that I watched. It was just YouTube. I was not like watching series or any of that, not even like streams, just YouTube videos, okay, and music. I come across a video of Math versus Japan, but it was an interview in another channel. It was almost one hour, but it was a channel that I watched, and his videos were pretty good, so I at least liked them. The thing is, I was like very attracted to the title, the top thumbnail. I was just like, okay, I have to watch this. I did. I watched the entire thing, and I was like, oh my god, this is it. Like, I know I cracked the code. I didn't do it, but he cracked the code, and now I know what I need to do. So I started applying what he said in the video, and at the same time I started to watch his videos in his channel, and that was like the best decision I've ever made in my life regarding language learning. That was like the best, because after that I started doing immersion like 6 to 8 hours, maybe even more. It was like the entire day. I started applying the principles of active immersion, passive immersion, using Anki, and doing all of that, and it was just incredible. I started watching series, animated series, live action series, many movies. I watch movies like every single day, YouTube videos, a lot of YouTube videos, podcasts, like everything that I came across that was in English, I watched. And like I changed everything to English, like my cell phone, my laptop, my YouTube, my everything. Okay, I would drop the English subtitles like 100%, and like it was crazy how much I improved over the time of like 6 months, even like 1 to 3 months. I was like so much better. It was very different. I understand it like so much more, and I was learning every single day. I was learning like a massive amounts of words, expressions, pronunciation, phrases, I don't know, everything. I was like a machine. 2021 to 2023 it's been like this. I've been doing like a lot of immersion, and I think that I understand like almost 97% of everything that I come across, that is not like very like exclusive in one thing. Like I'm not very good with business vocabulary, I guess, but I think that if I just start consuming content regarding that topic, I could easily acquire the necessary expressions to communicate in that regard. So I am like proficient in the sense that I can watch videos, I can watch interviews, series, movies, animated series, listen to podcasts, watch streams, and talk to people. I'm not very good at that one, but I can do it, and I can understand like two people talking to each other. I understand, and if they talk to me, so, and I can read too. I think I have a very good reading ability because I use subtitles like for a very long time. So I learned like many words without even picking up a book. And so I started reading books very far in my journey, but I like understand that like 80% of anything that I read, so it was not like a difficult transition. If I just listen without subtitles, I might have had a problem with that, but I didn't. Okay, and the good would be what I did that was good. What I would like advise you to do if you want to learn a language. Okay, immerse. No, first you have to have a basis, so you have to study the language like in a classroom, a course with a textbook, with YouTube videos. It doesn't matter how you do it, whatever works for you, it's fine, but you have to understand and learn the basics of the language. And number two, you have to acquire vocabulary along the way, especially like the most used words. You have to dominate them because those words are like used a lot. You dominate those words and you have very big advantage. So yeah, do that. Number three, start immersing yourself in the language. Do it slowly, and you can initiate like with books for children, animated series, YouTube videos, whatever works for you, it's great. You can do that even when you are like a beginner, but I would advise you that you do it when you have some time studying the language and you have some vocabulary, you have some understanding about how the language works, because you might get pretty frustrated at first when you don't understand like anything, like nothing. So if you're okay with understanding like nothing, okay, you can do it, you can immerse yourself, but it doesn't always work. So do what works for you, but you eventually have to immerse in the language. That means watching content in your target language. It could be anything, whatever you like and whatever you know that you're gonna watch it. It doesn't matter if you understand a lot or not. Another thing that I would advise you is you have to get comfortable with ambiguity. You are not going to understand everything. You are gonna be pretty confused at times, but you have to be patient. You have to learn to look it up, try to understand it. If you don't understand something, move on to the next thing, something that you understand better, but always make sure that there is something that you don't know, so you have like a space to learn, you have things to learn, but it have to like be balanced. So try to make your immersion, your input comprehensible. It has to be comprehensible, so you have like some pieces of the puzzle, but not every single one. So you are like in your journey, when you are immersing, you are picking up some pieces and you put them together little by little, and you finally understand what you watch or what you read. And it works like that. You're not gonna have like all the pieces all the time. It's not gonna happen, and it is better when you don't have them all, because that means that you are gonna learn more. Okay, and I would recommend like some resources. The Math versus Japan channel, his website, Refold, and other things that I'm gonna put in the description, so that you can like follow this method. And don't be scared to like make modifications here and there. So if you don't really like to watch movies, just don't do it. Try to watch series or YouTube videos. I mostly watch YouTube videos for maybe most of the time. I've learned possibly the majority of things from YouTube, so it doesn't really matter. That doesn't really matter. What matters is that you are interested in what you are watching and you are enjoying it. So your brain has a reason to understand. Your brain has a reason to learn. If you are not liking what you see, just stop. Look for another thing, okay? The bad. I would say the worst thing that I've done is I haven't really practiced pronunciation, talking to people, speaking in general. I haven't done almost anything about that, so that is what is gonna change from now on. My plan from now on to improve my speaking ability is gonna be, first, I'm gonna watch like a lot of content, but it's going to be like people that I wanna speak like I wanna speak like this person, so I'm gonna watch that person a lot. I'm gonna try to emulate. I'm gonna do shadowing. I'm gonna try to study the way that person speaks, and so it's gonna be like my parent. That is a term in the comprehensible input community. A parent is like someone that you want to speak like, so you like emulate their ways, like you did when you were a baby. You learn from your parents, so it's just something like that. I'm gonna do that. And number 2 would be speaking to people. I'm pretty shy. I'm pretty like anxious when it comes to talking to strangers and speaking to people, like people that I don't know, but these people, they speak another language that I'm not like very good at. It terrifies me, but I have to do it. Like I have to improve. I have to do it because it's something essential. At the end of the day, you learn a language to communicate with other people. That's like why languages exist in the first place. So I am definitely going to do that. Okay. Number 3 would be like making videos, recording myself, having people like give me feedback of what I can improve, what I can do better. That is going to be why I'm doing this channel in the first place and this video, because I want people to tell me what I can change, and if I'm saying this word bad, or if I'm using some words in a unnatural way. I would like feedback. I don't care about criticism, because that is what is going to make me grow. At the same time, and I'm gonna like analyze and criticize myself. I'm gonna record myself every single day. I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna see what I'm saying, like that I know that is not said like that. I'm gonna study the pronunciation of words that I struggle with, and I'm gonna try to just get better, just like get better at speaking in general. That would be like something that I wanna do. That would be everything. I hope that I was useful. I know that I'm like pretty bad. This is my biggest weakness in language, in English, because I understand like almost everything that I come across. So that is not really like a big problem for me. A problem would be like trying to express myself, speaking. That is my biggest problem. So yeah, I hope that my experience can be something that you can learn from, and we can like grow together in our language learning journey, because I know that people that are gonna be watching this probably are learning another language. Doesn't have to be English. It could be. I hope not, because I'm not a good example of someone that speaks English, because I'm a pretty bad English speaker. But I guess that we can all learn from each other, and I hope that you can share what you recommend me in the comments. I'm gonna try to do more videos, but more condensed and scripted. I don't really know like exactly what this channel is gonna be about, but I know that I want to do videos to keep improving, especially in my English speaking ability. So I hope that you liked it. If you did, subscribe and follow me in my journey. I guess you can share about your journey, and see you in the next one.